My Dress Up Darling Season 1 Complete Recap. Let's get it! Wakana Gojo, an insecure but passionate Hina doll tailor, isolates himself due to fear of ridicule. One day, while on cleaning duty, he meets Marin Kitagawa, a popular classmate who urges him to embrace his true feelings. Reflecting on her words, Gojo uses the school's sewing room after his machine breaks. Kitagawa finds him and admires his skills. She reveals a cosplay project and asks him to create a costume for one of her favorite characters. Despite his inexperience, Gojo agrees, delighting Kitagawa. Kitagawa shares her desire to cosplay Shizuku, a character from the erotic game Slippery Girls 2, surprising Gojo. She emphasizes that gender doesn't matter in pursuing passions, and he agrees. She provides a cosplay guide, and later visits Gojo's shop. Uneasy about taking measurements, Gojo is relieved when Kitagawa wears a swimsuit. Despite embarrassment, he measures her professionally, struggling with her bust and inseam. Kitagawa then gives him both Slippery Girls games for reference. That night, Gojo plays them for research, baffling his grandfather. The night before school, Gojo has a vivid dream about Kitagawa and avoids her all day. She finds him at the entrance, asking to shop for outfit materials, but he hesitates. Later, Gojo admits his insecurities, and Kitagawa reassures him they are friends. They visit multiple stores, then eat ramen, embarrassing the customers with their Slippery Girls chat. Walking home, Gojo reveals he only calls things beautiful when he means it. Before parting, Kitagawa mentions a cosplay event in 2 weeks, leaving Gojo anxious about the deadline. With 2 weeks left to finish Kitagawa's outfit, Gojo grows stressed. At home, his grandfather faints after seeing something fall from Gojo's bag, prompting a hospital visit where his cousin Miori joins. At school, Gojo updates Kitagawa, who offers her support and exchanges contact information. Overwhelmed by tasks, Gojo recalls his grandfather's encouraging words, reigniting his determination. The next day, he surprises Kitagawa by completing the outfit early. When she confesses her miscommunication about the deadline, she breaks down crying. Gojo reassures her, and she's thrilled with the finished outfit. Kitagawa asks Gojo to take pictures of her in costume, and he suggests posing more like Shizuku. Pleased with the results, she uploads the photos online and announces they'll attend a cosplay event the next day. At the event, Kitagawa is thrilled, while Gojo remains reserved. As attendees flock to photograph her, Gojo wonders if this is their last time together. When Kitagawa feels unwell from the heat, they cool off inside. Heading home, she proposes their next cosplay project, relieving Gojo. Half asleep, he tells her she looks beautiful, leaving her stunned. Gojo's grandfather returns home and is surprised to see Gojo with Kitagawa. After clearing up the situation, Kitagawa realizes she's in love with Gojo. Over dinner, she shares her family situation and eating habits. The next day, during a downpour, Sajuna Inui visits the shop, and Gojo's grandfather invites her inside. After a misunderstanding, Sajuna reveals she's Juju, a cosplayer Kitagawa admires. Starstruck, Kitagawa discusses the anime Flower Princess Blaze, and Juju expresses her desire to cosplay Shion Nikaido. Impressed by Kitagawa's dedication, Juju respects her and exchanges contact information with Gojo, realizing they're not dating. Juju initially declines Kitagawa's group cosplay idea, but agrees when they offer to split studio fees. Gojo watches Flower Princess Blaze for research, and his grandfather encourages him to practice tailoring and makeup with Kitagawa. The next day, Gojo visits Kitagawa's apartment, finding her disheveled. She invites him in to watch the series together, realizing it feels like a home date. When her stomach growls, Kitagawa insists on cooking, and Gojo enjoys her omurice. Later, Gojo shares sketches with Juju, who stunned Kitagawa's cosplay was his first. They arrange to meet, with Juju introducing Gojo and Kitagawa to her photographer and sister, Shinju. Shinju shows Kitagawa her camera, explaining filters and settings. The group visits a studio in an abandoned hospital, where Shinju demonstrates backlit photography. Meanwhile, Gojo comforts a scared Juju, and they discuss their dreams. When Juju shares why she chose him for her cosplay, Gojo recalls his grandfather's encouragement and excitedly grabs her hand, causing her to faint. After finals, Kitagawa invites Gojo to the beach. A Seahawk steals their burger, so they share the rest. In the ocean, Gojo reveals he rarely traveled as a child. Moved, Kitagawa promises to take him places, then swoons privately before snapping his picture. Gojo and Kitagawa return from the store with materials for the Black Lobelia outfit. Kitagawa shows him a swimsuit under her clothes, asking if it's appropriate for the cosplay. Embarrassed, Gojo assures her it's fine, and feels glad she's enjoying being helpful. Later, Gojo presents Juju and Kitagawa with their finished outfits, and does Kitagawa's makeup with Juju's guidance. At the hospital, Shinju surprises everyone in a male cosplay. A flashback reveals Shinju confided to Gojo her desire to cosplay Soma from Flower Princess Blaze. With his support, they worked on her look, using a bee holder for her chest. In the present, the group happily takes a picture together. At the hospital, Kitagawa and the Inui sisters have their photo shoot. Juju later thanks Gojo for inspiring Shinju's love of cosplay. At home, Juju confesses her jealousy over Shinju's cosplay success, but admires photos featuring Gojo. Later, Kitagawa expresses interest in cosplaying Veronica, agreeing to darken her skin digitally. However, she shows up the next day with her skin darkened with foundation. After bathing, she embarrasses Gojo by exposing herself to demonstrate the outfit. Later, she takes him shopping for clothes. On their way back, Gojo admits he can't help with the Veronica outfit because it's too revealing. Relieved, Kitagawa teases him and promises to choose characters more carefully. Kitagawa invites Gojo to a manga cafe, leaving him embarrassed to be alone with her. She recommends a manga called Suck IDK and laments not being able to cosplay as Liz the Succubus. Encouraged by Gojo, she decides to try it. Designing the outfit proves challenging due to the manga's simple art. During the photo shoot, they realize the studio Kitagawa booked is a love hotel. To capture a shot, Kitagawa sits on Gojo, startling him when he hears a couple next door. Panicking, he grabs her waist, inadvertently turning off the lights. As they lean closer, the phone interrupts, signaling their session's end. Back home, Gojo reflects on Kitagawa while alone in his room. At Kitagawa's apartment, Gojo helps with her hair ribbons and learns her father cancelled her festival plans because she hadn't done her homework. She shares that she's been modeling to save for an expensive camera. Watching a horror movie together, Gojo analyzes costumes while Kitagawa is left terrified. Later, at school, to retrieve her materials, Gojo saves her from drowning in the pool. After finishing her homework, Kitagawa invites him to the festival, stunning him by appearing in a yukata. They watch fireworks, and Gojo carries her home when her sandals bruise her feet. That night, Kitagawa calls Gojo, scared after watching another horror movie alone. As Gojo falls asleep during their call, she confesses her love, though he remains unaware. Now that you're all caught up, go and enjoy season 2. Peace.